Dating takes a whole new meaning after you become your own. Now, there was a world before 2020 and after 2020. If you're still going around, sleeping around, having one night stand, I don't know what to tell you. You know? Now, when it comes to dating, this is one of the biggest decisions you can ever make. This decision will either help you find a good thing, or you can find hell on this earth, guys. Let me tell you something. I'm speaking from experience. How is dating after awakening, if you ask me? Hello, beautiful people. My name is Alula, and welcome to Awaken the Ego. Now, how do you maneuver this dating world after you become your own? Now, I'm no dating coach, but I have experience with this thing of dating. Now I've dated women of all races. I've dated all ages, actually from 18 all the way to 60. Some of you wondering, 60? How is it? Look, it was a good learning experience, you know. And dating, guys, like I said, is one of the most, it's the biggest decision you'll ever make in your life. Really, really. Especially when it comes to your spiritual health, your mental health, even your physical health, not to mention your financial health. If you get it right with dating, then you had found a good thing. But if you get it wrong, then this thing, guys, can ruin you. Now, before my awakening, the idea I had about relationships, it was completely different than I do now. Back then, the physical attraction took the number one spot for me, which is normal. And also, I was young. But nowadays, guys, since my awakening, I'm able to see beyond the physical. Relationships are important, are extremely risky, depending on who you pick to spend your energy with, guys. Every time you're in a relationship with somebody, understand, your guards are down, especially when it comes to sex. Depending on how the person is rounded up, will either make you or break you, guys, especially if you're a woman. Now, let's get down to the points. How do you date, after becoming your own? Oh, yeah, before I go into the points, I forgot to reference an important point, which is, guys, dating other people. It's all about you. In fact, it has nothing to do with the other person. That's why, guys, when God wants to change you, when God wants to bond you with somebody special in your life, God isolates you. The problem in the modern day dating is that people jump from relationship to relationship without even evaluating or asking themselves what was the problem with that relationship to begin with. After every relationship, I think you should take the time for yourself in order for you to evaluate the situation and yourself. Now, what is the first point? How do you date after you become your own? Guys, you date after you break your soul tie. Now, when people talk about soul ties, they talk about it as if it's a negative thing. Look, I don't look at it as if it's a negative thing. I say it as if it is what it is. Now, if you're no longer compatible with that person you once did, that means you've grown. Now, if you had a soul tie with this person, that is nothing to be ashamed about, because you were once there yourself, energetically speaking. Now, in order for you to date after awakening, you got to get rid of the residuals, as they say. You got to get rid of, guys, the baggage from your last relationship. Now, healing, guys, is the biggest part of doing the work when it comes to breaking a soul tie. You get to take your time for yourself to heal, to get to know yourself, guys, so that you're ready to move forward with the next stage of your life. But before you do all of that, first, you got to break the soul ties, guys. Now, dating after becoming your own, it's all about frequencies. Yeah, it's all about a match in frequency. Now, this thing has been happening all along. It's just that you might be oblivious to it. In fact, it's impossible to date a person that is not your frequency. Now, you might have an encounter with this person for a little while, but these encounters will not last long. Until you find somebody who matches your frequency, then you are just stay single and doing your own thing. And what is the best way to find somebody that matches your frequency? Is to do what you love, guys. That is the frequency that I'm talking about. The person that you're compatible with, the people you're going to be dating after awakening, are the people who love the same thing as you do. Now, the best way to find these people is to do what you love. Now, those days of just looking at the physical and just, dating people because of how they look or whatever, those days are gone. If you're still going around with that kind of thing, guys, understand there are consequences. Seriously. As you can see, there is a Me Too movement going on everywhere. If you're a man, even a woman, anyone, guys, you should proceed in this field very cautiously. Seriously speaking, what do you think they're making an example out of these public figures? Jeffrey Epstein, oh my goodness, just Jeffrey Epstein case is overblowing everywhere. Harvey Weinstein, Diddy case, all this guy tells you the narrative in the society is changing, and the authorities are taking this thing very seriously. Now, depending on who you get close to, this thing, guys, can be the biggest mistake you can ever make. Let's move on to the next point. And that is you should date, preferably guys, somebody who is similar with you in terms of your personality, and most importantly, oh yeah, I just came to this good point right here, and that is dating, guys. I should have put this at the top. Now, for those of you who will stick around in this video, then you can get this point, and that is you should date, guys, somebody that'll help you achieve your greatness. Okay, like this video, subscribe to this channel. Until your next video, God bless and take care. What a beautiful morning. Wow. And I'm all alone here. Beautiful. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.